So yesterday I have covered the integer array. Guys, can you see my screen, right? Please confirm.
Yes, Kandan.
Okay. So yesterday I have covered integer array, right? Today I'll be starting with two topics. First is string, very basic things. Don't directly try to jump in what is string builder, what is string buffer. These topics will come later, right? First, just understand what is string. Second, what is for each loop, and what is the difference between this equals double equals to and this equals to. These are the most important topic related to your Selenium, related to Java, related to anything or interview, or related to your programming. Whatever you want to do, these topic the one of the most important topic related to everything, right? So you need to pay attention more than you pay normally, right? So I'll be starting with string. So first, when we define an integer variable, what we do, int a is equal to suppose 5, right? But in the case of string, we have some wrapper classes in one of these string. And what are the wrapper classes? Just forget it. String a is equal to 5, sorry, something like Vandan. Second one, string b is equal to something like Sumit, right? If you want to compare these, so how to compare I will tell you, but there is one more way to declare the string. String a is equal to new string, and here suppose Vandan. String b is equal to new string suppose Sumit. Suppose here Vandan, right? Vandan only, no, not Sumit, and here Sumit. So if we want to compare these strings, so first of all, this S is capital, so this is a class. Whenever you find a letter any thing written starting with the capital, that is a class in Java, right? So string is a class, and we don't have any option to write it with small letter, like here we have integer, this is the wrapper class, and this is the variable, right? Integer variable, right? This is the integer variable, and this is the primitive type. These topics you need to explore, what are primitive types, what are the wrapper classes. This will be your assignment, but you need to understand string from very basic. Suppose likewise you have declared a variable in integer variable int a is equal to 5. Similarly, if you want to declare any string variable, string value, you want to assign any string value to string variable, so you have string class, right? So you have to define a string class, not this type of small string. There is no such concept, right, in Java. If you want to compare a is equal to b, this is Sumit, this is also Sumit, both are small in case, right? Both starting from small in case. So if a is equal to b, so it should print, here you have double equals to, right? It should print equal. If the value will be not equals to, then it will come on else part and it will print not equal, right? I will not giving the answer of this. First let me write proper data here. Same thing if you want to compare in this, if a is equal to b, then sys out equal, else sys out not equal. But what is the difference between this type of declaration, which is the left one, string b is equal to Sumit, and string b is equal to new string Vandan? This will give an answer not equal, this will come on else part, this will be giving us equal. Why so? Just because there is a new variable, right? New keyword. New keyword, what it does, it will make an object for this one, will make an object for A, this one will make an object for B, right? This new keyword assign an address to this B, and this will be reference variable, this is an object, right? Just because it assigned as object using new keyword, so this is the object of B class, right? This is reference variable, so it has some address 1 2 3 4, and this A has some different address 1 2 3 6, right? So here we have Vandan, here we have Vandan. So if we will compare A is equal to B, so this is going to compare these addresses, not this data, right? Because of this new variable are two different objects, and these are the, this will compare the reference, right? So 1 2 3 4 is not equal to 1 2 3 6, because address will be always different for different variables. Just because of this new keyword will assign something different to it, and this new keyword will assign something different address to it, right? Over here this is the same object where A value is here Sumit and B value is Sumit, so it will compare A is equal to B. So yeah, A is equal to B, that's why equal. But here is a case, suppose I make it caps, right? So this will come inside not equals to. I hope this makes sense to everyone. Now sorry, I will be moving to our Eclipse IDE and showing you this. This concept is very needful. This is just a string, this is not a string array. I will be starting string array later, today only, but first we will be making a program for it.
So when we are using, both are the same. Like when we are using new, it is just assigning an object to that variable.
When we are using new, just come it over here. When we are defining with the new, right, then this new keyword, what it does, this new keyword assigns some address to this A, right? And inside that address it will store this variable, this value, right? So inside this address it will store this 1 2, inside this 1 2 3 6, this will store Vandan. When I will be assigning a string B is equal to new string Vandan, so what it will do, first it will create an address and then it will put that value to that address, right? So this is the object. When we will be having any new keyword, then it will be creating an object, right? But here we have the same string, inside the same string we have two Sumit variables, and that will be matched, right? So but these value also can be matched, but how to do it, that I will be, when I will be covering that dot equals to part, right? So double equals to always compare the references, right? So but for primitive types the rules are different, so don't ask that if int A is equal to 5, int B is equal to 6, so at that time why they don't compare, because double equal to is integer small is a primitive type, not a class. So these rules are different for them, right? Don't be confused, just start with string, just keep practicing, you will get to know. Focus on string part only. Here I will give some other name. this team. Suppose here what will I do? Right click reflector. If I have given a wrong name to it, right click refactor and here rename. So suppose demo1, right? This class name will be changed. Why? Demo1. Okay. Now main control space, it will type all the main method. Now what I will do, I will declare string a is equal to Debashri, string b is equal to Debashri. If a is equal to b, sys out both are equal, right? Else sys out both are not equal. So Devasri, what will the output? I will run this. Both are equal. Now tell me what will be the output. Why?
Because D is for B, it has been assigned like it is comparing small letter and capital letter. So
Yeah.
found D is small for B, so it will print.
Okay. Okay. So both are not equal. Right? So this way we can do it. Now I will comment it. If we want to compare, if you want to ignore this small and caps case, how can I compare? If a dot, here we will have some method type eq, here you can see equals ignore case. Equals ignore case means it will ignore the caps and small letters, right? Now I will give b. It will compare only the data, not the comparing with the small and capital. Equal, these type of methods will be needed, right? That's why I am taking examples for them. Not equal. Sorry for the typo. Equal, right? Just because we have ignored the small and capitals later, right? We can use only equals method, but what will happen, it will again compare by the that letters, right? So this time this will compare like this. So similar method, equals method can be used in string a is equal to new, right? So I am making the new class. For example, I will be pasting it. Try with in your laptop also. I have pasted this code. Run this code inside your main method and try it in your laptop also. Now what I will do, I'll be making a new class and here I'll be taking demo2. I'll be checking up the main method. Main method will be created. Here string a is equal to new string. Suppose I give Jayashree over here. String b is equal to new string Jayashree. Oh, if A equals to B, sys out equal, else sys out not equal. Now sorry for the typo, E, right? So what will be the output? I want to, if Jayashree is in the class, yeah, Jayashree is there.
Not equals,
Why?
because with the help of the new keyword, the object of the A and B is get created, and due to object is get created, the different address is get assigned to the A and B. That's why it gives the output not equals.
I will run it, not equal, right? But what if we want to compare data of these two different objects? How can we do this? Just come back to here. Here I have typed, here I have typed string A is equal to new string Jayashree, string B is equal to new string Jayashree, right? So what happened first? There was a object created for A. This was object A, and this have some address. Obviously, if I have any house, then I should have any address for that, right? 1 2 3 4. And after this line, there was new object also created. Object B was created, and it should also have some different address, right? When I have created this object and assigned this value here, Jayashree was typed. Here also Jayashree was assigned, right? What this A and B, these are the addresses, these are comparing 1 2 3 4 is equal to 1 2 3 4 5, right? No, that's why not equal. So how can we compare this data inside the different objects? Just write if, as I written in the over there, A dot equals A dot equals B, inside bracket B. So what it will compare? It will come here. This will override this equals method. Just explore it, right? This will override this method A, and A, it will find out the value for A. After overriding, it will find out this value. So what it will do? It will compare Jayashree with Jayashree. These are equals, right? So it will type equal. But still, if I have some upper and small cases, so here we can use equals ignore case, right? So similarly, I will be going back to your desired Eclipse IDE. What I will do, I will just comment it out so that you can refer it later. If A dot equals B, here type sys out equal, else sys out not equal. Carefully watch that, and who will be replying? Pooja. So first carefully watch this and give me the answer.
Equal.
Why?
Oh, sorry, not. No. not equal.
Why?
Difference in the capital and the small letter.
Right. So I'll run it, and as Pooja said, not equal, right? So how can I make it equal? Instead of this equals, use the equals ignore method, right?
Yeah.
Equals ignore, and we don't need to remember it, right? When you will just type dot after a, many method will be suggested to you, something to remember like eq, right? And you can see over all the methods equals ignore, just click on here, method will be there, and here you have to type the second object, second reference variable, that to whom you want to compare these values, right? So now this time will be equal. So what actually mean? Main difference between double equals to and equal method, right? Double equals to and equal method is that double equals to is used to compare primitive, right? Whereas the equals method is used to check the equality of the objects, right? Double equals to method is just used to compare the primitives, whereas the equals method is used to check equality of the objects. So here it is checking the equality of the objects, how those objects can be compared by these values only, right? If I have 4 members in my family and you guys also have 4 members of the family, so the member of the family are equal, right? So that will be compared. If I compare the address of that houses, so those can't be ever equal, right? So this way, anybody has any doubt related to it, please ask me, so that I can move forward to string array concept. It means everybody got an idea. Kavita, you got everything, right?
Yes, Vandana.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So what I will do, I will be starting with the array. Similarly, what I told yesterday about the integer array, similar working with the string array, right? So just need to understand from very basic. So I have covered equals, how to compare strings, right? This was most important for how to compare strings, how to compare strings. This was the one of the most important part. Maybe I will not be completing whole part today, but I will try to do that, right? So how to declare string array? Similarly, but there was integer, this was a primitive, here is a class for string, right? String, suppose a is equal to new string, just because of it is array, so we have to define the array here, and here I have to mention the size, as similarly I have done with the integer array, right? Int a is equal to new int 5. I have done similarly, right? So similarly, but here string is a class, that's why I have wrapper class, that's why I have used caps. Here it is a primitive type to declare this array, right? So nothing new, but the class, this is a class and this is a primitive type. We will also have class for integer, but how to convert that integer into string, these are the wrapper classes to convert on, but that are the different part that I will be covering later on. But today's my agenda is this. Okay, so here similarly I can assign a0 is equal to, likewise I was assigning a0 is equal to 5. Yesterday I was doing that. Whosoever completed assignment will able to understand, I hope. a1 is equal to 6, a2 is equal to 7. Here similarly I was doing for integer, similarly but here I have string value. A0 is equal to college, a1 is equal to, and array always starts from 0, right? That I have told you yesterday. College 2, a2 is equal to industry. Bookmark today's session. I will upload it on YouTube, and bookmark today's session. You are learning from basic, and these are the most important point to note on, right? So here, suppose I want to print that. So how can we do that? Simply I will first run a loop. Int I is equal to 0, I is less than how 3, right? Why less than 3? Just because it's starting from 0, right? So it will run 0 1 2 3 times. So suppose I make it 3, right? I will make it 3. I plus plus sys out ai. So first time when it will come, it will print a0 because ai first time value will be 0, a0 college. Next time it will come on 1, I plus plus 1, 2, second third time I value will be 2, industry, right? So I'll be going back to here Eclipse IDE to show you. Here string, if you want this code, you guys can ask, right? That's why I have make a separate. I'll define a string array. String a is equal to new string, and suppose I give size 3. Oh, size 3, right? Here I will assign a 0 is equal to college, a 1 is equal to 2, a 2 is equal to industry, right? Now I will run it for 0 to I less than equal to, sorry, either I can make it I less than is equal to 2 or I less than 3, I plus plus sys out a I, right? I will run it. Before run it, what will the output? I want to ask with Madhu, what will the output?
It is college to industry.
Right, in next line, right? If I want to print it in similar line, just remove this ln. This ln is responsible for line break, right? I will remove it, right? Okay, now what I will do, I will be running it using for each loop. I will comment it. Okay,
If I want a space in between college to an industry, if I am line breaking, if I am not giving the print element, then it's like typing in one line. But if I want a space,
just concatenate this variable, right? Okay, or you can give it later. This is the string part, and this is the concatenation of the variable with the string. So plus and this. Okay, just don't think about this first. Just complete your basic needs, right? So don't too much think about this, right? So what will happen, this will, now I'll be before that, Debasri, if you have any query related to it, please ask. This much you have got understand, right?
Yes, yes.
Anybody, Pooja, Kavita, Shabir, Karthik, Jayashree, Madhu, every,
Got one.
okay,
Before.
okay,
Yeah, it's fine.
okay. So now I'll be using for each loop for this, right? Before that I'll copy so that I can make you understand over there why this error is coming. Now I'll run it by using for each loop, and this is the one of the most important thing when you will be working with Selenium, right? You don't need to every time this for int I is equal to 0. This is old fashioned, right? So here string a is equal to new string 5, string b is equal to new string, oh, oh, a0 is equal to college, right? I have assigned some value, a1 is equal to 2, here I have assigned a2 is equal to industry, right? So I want to run it by using for each loop. So just what you have to do, you have shortcut for that. Java will, Eclipse IDE will be responsible to do that. Just use shortcut, it will do it for you, right? But you should know how it works, so that if you have to write or whether you have to fix some code, so you should know how it works, that only then you will be able to fix that, right? So first write for, simple for, then what is the class. Actually for each loop works normally for class and objects, right? Class, so sorry guys, so class, so first look at what is the class. String, because s is the capital, so it is the class, so just type it here, string. Now make a variable for it, whatever you want, suppose ab colon colon, right? What was the variable that you have stored over it? A. Just print out AB. This will print one by one each object. First it will print A0 college, second 2 industry, third, right? What, how much output there are. You don't need to use a dot length to count the length of it. You don't need to care about how much time int I is equal to 0, I less than 3, how much time I should run my loop. You don't need to take care about that. Here if you will make any mistake in for int I is equal to 0, I is less than 3, I plus plus, right? And size of the array is 3. If the size of the array is 3 and you run it for 4 times, you will be getting array index out of bound exception, right? But if you are working with this for each loop, even if don't know the size, you don't need to care about that. So this is the one advantage of this for each loop. Second, if you are creating an object of a class and you want to run that object, that much value for object is containing, just go with the for each loop. So when to use for loop? When you have the values, right? But when you are working with objects, use this for each loop, right? So I hope you got it. Now I'll be running simple with this for each loop. I hope you guys got it. And how, what is the shortcut for it? For e control space, for each enter, it will create for it, right? And just type sys out, this is a variable string, and it will print college to industry, right? But what if you want that I should do it by my own, I don't need to use shortcut? This is the power of Eclipse IDE, but you should have know everything in detail. For open bracket, second, just look at the class, which class is declared, string class is declared, copy it and paste over here. Make any variable for it, like AB I have created, colon, what, which variable was assigned with values, this A. Don't copy this whole, this just name of the array, right? That's name of the array, name of the array is A. No, oh, sys out AB, this will print whole of that, college to industry. First is it will print 0 index, second time it will print first index, third time it will, and if you will make it for 5 and assign value only 3, right? Even though in that for loop also that doesn't make any error in that case, but here also, what is this one? Just because you have not assigned the values for that 4th and 5th index, that's why values are null, but there was no array index of out of bound, right? So in that case also this will happen, and in here as well it works similarly, but use this with when you are working with the objects and class, and use that for loop when you are working with the variables and assigning values, and you know how much time to run. If you are working with objects, so this is the preferable, this is the most enhanced, we normally say enhanced for loop. Or for each. So I am not done with my agenda for today, but let me know guys first if you have any problem with these concepts, if anybody wants to ask any query related to it.
Simon, earlier was declaring AB in the first place, but still it is not, it is taken. So many errors that initialization was not done. Like you directly use this AB.
I have assigned this A to this AB, right? It has copied over here, but it is printing one by one. So I hope that I have done. I will post some interview questions if I.
Yeah, one more question actually.
Okay.
Actually, I need to retrieve the industry only by using for each loop. Is it possible?
You want to read.
You want all college to industry, right? By using for each loop, we need to retrieve only industry.
You want to retrieve indexes. So
Third, A of 2 equal to industry, right?
I have never retrieved. I don't have any idea about this, but I will search it out. So, but yeah, I can do it. There is a logical method over here. Let's just run this for loop here, right? First assign the integer value, right? Like this, int I is equal to 0. This may be the way in internet also. Now this time here you what will do, you will print I plus plus, and here you can do it like sys out I, right? So first time with the value it will print the index, like first time when it printed 0, so 0 was college, First was two and second was industry, right? So it has to, but this is just a technique to do that. Whether it has some methods with it, I don't know. I will explore it, but this is the way you can do it in this way, right? Right. Third was null and fourth was also null. This was also printed. So okay, thank you for attending today's session. If you guys have any query, you can ask me. Otherwise, I will be posting some interview questions inside your Google Classroom platform. Just first complete these assignments, right? And after completing this assignment, just reach out to Sumit if you are facing some problem. If you think that there is need of having a class with Sumit, so I will ask him to do that. So if anybody has any query, then please ask me. Otherwise, thank you for attending this class. And please bookmark, this class was very important to us, right? Thank you.